If you are looking to take your door from this to this, then follow along.
Okay, so these are the first few steps that I did. First, obviously I have a drop cloth. Then I covered the areas that I don't want to paint with some painter's tape. Now I am going to use a sanding block, which was here, right here. I'm going to use a sanding block and sand the door lightly. Now this door hasn't been painted. It's just been sealed, so I don't need to do a very good effort with it. I'm just going to sand it lightly just so that the surface has some texture and that the paint sticks to it.
Once you're done sanding your door, make sure to use a really good quality primer. The one I'm using is by Dulux, but you can use any brand as long as it says primer. Especially if you're painting a dark colored door into a light color, you definitely need to prime it. After I was done priming, I used a black paint in a low sheen finish. As you can see, I was lazy and did not tape up the sides, but I tried my best to make it work. Then I covered the door with the black paint. I used the brush to cut in the corner, and then I used the roller to go over the main areas. It was kind of fun watching it come together. Once both the coats were dry, I started taping up because I needed a pattern. This is what I did. I used one thin tape in the middle as a spacer to make sure that my lines were even, and then I used a thick painter's tape over it. The part where the painter's tape is will stay black, and the part where the line is will be painted golden. I then used a cutter to cut across the excess tape. We try to be very careful when doing that. As you can see, taping was a tedious job, but that was the main task. Getting into those corners just to make sure I get a perfect finish. The straight lines were easier than the diagonal ones though. Overall, I think taping up the door took me 2 hours, and that was actually the hardest part of the project for me. Me and my assistant were then ready to paint the door. We had our masks on, and I let my assistant have the first go. I realized it wasn't going to work out, so I decided to do it myself. When you're spray painting, make sure to do light, even coats. If you do a very thick coat, it won't work out. This was my second coat because I wanted an even coverage. Then came the fun part. Once it was slightly dry, I started peeling off the tape, and you can see my excitement. I was so happy at the result. I got some crisp edges and some of them weren't that perfect, so I had to fix them with another tape. Got quite a few people to help me out with this part of the process, and trust me, it was worth the wait. And there you have it, from a boring builder grade to a luxurious bathroom, and this was my happy dance at the end because I totally made it happen. If you liked the video, do follow me on Instagram. Thank you for watching.